What's up, you guys? Such Boss here, and today I'm doing something very important to you guys. Today's my day. I'm talking to you guys about Doctor Sleep. This is the sequel to The Shining, and also I'm gonna give you the whole synopsis of the movie right now, and also there'll be spoilers. Here we go. So, Doctor Sleep stars Owen McGregor, aka Obi-Wan Kenobi. Owen McGregor is Obi-Wan, by the way, if you're not wondering. His character is Danny. Danny is used to be a young boy who had this power called the Shining. A Shining is almost when you have a possessive power where you can see other connections of other people, almost like Professor X in a way, but they have the power to see and talk to the dead. It almost reminds me of Klaus from Umbrella Academy, where you can talk to a ghost and no one can really see him. It's almost like that. It's almost like Professor X mixed with Klaus from Umbrella Academy. That's what basically The Shining is. The power of The Shining is. So this movie takes place many years after the events at the Outlook Hotel, back in Colorado. This movie takes place back there. So this became a thing. So pretty much, Danny is an alcoholic, which you probably can tell he's kind of like depressed with everything from his whole father disappearance, and then let's talk about Danny really first, and then his mother passing at age 21, which is really sad. Also, Danny pretty much has this whole connection with this girl he met through his wall, because all of a sudden there's a message that says, "Good morning." And all of a sudden, he doesn't know what's happening, and he writes back on the chalkboard. He goes back. He's broke because he doesn't have a job, and he lost a lot of money. So he's communicating with his pen pal from another house. I don't know how far away, but maybe a couple states away. I'm not really sure how far away that is, because Owen is pretty much... Ian McGregor's character is pretty much there to support everything. So now talk about the girl. The girl named Abacadabra, I believe, something like that. She has the power to more possess all the different things, which is really cool. She can talk to the dead as well. She's also part of The Shining, and she goes on the adventure with Ian's character, which I think is really cool. Danny locked up all the monsters into the boxes and the maze in his brain, which he kept everything in there. So the main villains of the movie was a cult with the same ability called The Shining. They're there to attack different kids and suck up their power. They make them live a little bit stronger and have more of a better power and ability. The saddest moment has to be when this baseball player died. It was literally hard to watch during that scene, even though it was rated R. I also said the spoilers, sorry. I feel like it's really sad, honestly, in Doctor Sleep. Seriously. I was really sad. It's really, really sad what happened. The lead character is called Rose Rabbit, and she's pretty much there tracking every move they make to track them down and capture the kid. That kid is literally smart and knows all the moves that everything's going to do. My favorite part about the character is when she literally possesses her ability through her head and makes her like fan in the grocery store. Almost reminds me of Stranger Things a little bit with Eleven. I want her to audition for Stranger Things. Come on, audition, please, 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 please. Pretty please, if you're watching this video, please audition. I don't know, if I was a casting agent, I wish I could ask her to audition for Stranger Things. I think it'd be sweet if she could actually get a part. I'm hoping season 4 would be a little bit like Doctor Sleep from The Shining. I think it'd be really cool. Talk about the gang really fast and talk about some of my favorite elements of the film. So pretty much the main villains who live in RVs, they're almost like hippies, and it's almost like a cult because they literally breathe in like the power of the kids. They pretty much feed off the kids, almost like Pennywise does. But the thing that really disturbs me the most out of it, they know what they taste like. For example, when Owen McGregor's character dies, because the whole hotel burns at the end of the movie, the Overlook Hotel, because it's been closed for many years, before his death, when he sucked up his power, he said it tastes like bourbon, which I thought was kind of weird. Jack Daniels whiskey, I mean, it tastes like that, and I thought it was kind of interesting. Huh. That's really my favorite elements in the whole movie is when the whole bonding of Danny and the kid, I thought was really cool. I really liked how the story really works out together, and also the janitor job, which was really cool. I like that, and also his friendship with Billy, which is one of his friends who went hunting. His story is about the Shining. He knows about it because he was hunting and he shot a deer, and the carcass was gone the next day, which is really weird, honestly. Um, to talk about that on camera. I'm not a hunter myself. I never will kill an animal. Unless I was on Survivor and I wanted some chicken or some fish to eat. That's the only reason why I would do that. Yeah, only survival instances, if you're stuck in the wild, do what you have to do to survive. Just pointing that out there. My favorite part of Doctor Sleep is it's pretty much everything with the bonds. I like how they both can. I like how Danny can learn how to use his power and learn a little bit more about it and more of the backstory of The Shining. Like you said in The Shining, you kind of understand it a little bit, but this one kind of explains it a little bit more about the ability of it, which is really cool. My favorite part in the whole film has to be how he learns how to capture the demons and put it in his head. Like they're locked up. Like no one could get through it besides him. One of my favorite moments is when Danny literally opens up all the creatures at the end of the movie, and they're all sprinkled in afterwards, and they stop the one girl. I'm wondering if that girl's locked in. And later on, the hotel burns down because the generator. He turned it down because of the generator turned down because the whole place started on going fire, and then all of a sudden at the end of the movie you see a bunch of ambulances, which is really cool. One thing I like about the girl's power is The Shining is everywhere. Everyone has The Shining. Everyone can like gather from the light, and I think it's amazing how that movie portrays all these characters. I really appreciated that. But The Shining, no one knows if you're The Shining. You know, it's almost like you're breathing in like smoke. Like people like vape. If you ever seen that, I don't want to be too graphic on camera. That's what it looks like, the smoke, like sucking in, like that noise. That's what it sounded like every time they like breathing in. All of them stand together. The cult does that. That's what happened at the end of the movie, and it was crazy. It was really crazy. I don't smoke at all, guys, but this thing is just very crazy. That's what it almost looks like. The smoke, pretty much, is like, so you have a suck in the air. That's what, we have an analogy of vaping. That's what it looks like on camera, really. I can't really get too detailed because this movie's rated R. I'm keeping this PG-13. One thing I really did like about the film is how all the people that died are okay. And I like that idea because everyone dies, like you talk about all of them. When they died, the characters said, like, they're fine. Like, her dad, for example, and her friend who's talking to. When she explains it to her mom was completely understandable of what happened, which I really appreciated that story arc. But one thing that really stuck out of the film, in my opinion, has to be how the girl is how we can lose connections in this universe. So Stephen King put it the way where you can actually Danny's character can actually talk to his friend from the hotel, which got killed by an axe, which is kind of interesting. I like that, but the thing about that is, he lost connection. Lost connection means he can't talk to him anymore because that's his last dream, connecting to Danny, which is sad. My final reason I really want to talk to you guys really fast on camera is how he turned into his dad. Like, it's almost like father, like son, where he got possessive, and all the creatures are after him, like, inside his mind. He's, like, the one controlling the hotel, which is crazy. The whole hotel is possessed by the Shining, I don't call it a disease, power, I believe, a power ability. That's what the whole hotel is. That's what he's doing, act like his son. And also, he's hallucinating. He sees his dad in the bar serving him a drink, like whiskey, which was kind of funny. I like that scene. That's kind of cool cameo there. Also, the Grady twins are in there. I love the whole opening scene from 1980. I think it was really cool. That's where I learned about the mother's death and stuff like that. I think it was really cool. There's no radio usage because of their phone. The sad thing is, you chug your phone out the window, the girl did. I'm like, what the heck are you doing, man? The one girl can do magic. It's not really magic, what you call it. It's not that. My favorite scene is when Danny took up her... so Danny has a power. In the beginning of the movie, you can see Danny literally open the bathroom door and you saw the girl from room 237, the old lady, in the bathtub. So he did close the door, took away the power. That's what the girl did at the very end of the movie, and the credits roll. I thought it was fantastic that they did that, and I really appreciated of that, and I think it's a really cool aspect in the film. And one of my favorite parts of the movie was that ending right there. I thought it was kind of cool. Sets us up for another sequel or something. Before I end the video right now, one thing I'm hoping for Stephen King to do is another adaptation of The Shining, where he talks about the first case of the murders of the Outlook Hotel. I think it'd be really cool. And also in It History, which is called Derry, which takes place about the Easter egg hunt and all sorts of things in Derry, Maine. Which I think would be really cool to see that on a film. Also, the powers is kind of like you're like inhaling smoke in the air. That's what almost it looks like on camera. It's almost like it almost looks like vape, but it's not vape. You know, it's smoke and like fog. You're like this, like that noise. That's what you hear in the film, which is really gross. You know, like everyone's taking a breath like this, like you know, it's not like that. So I'm sorry, I don't want to be too graphic to you guys, but that's what almost it looks like in the movie, which is kind of cool. At the end of the day, I really give Doctor Sleep a 10 out of 10 for what all it does. The Shining's better, but any video now, so you guys, you like to subscribe, such a boss, more videos like this in the future, and thanks for watching. Peace.